recording. See how it turns red?
Yeah, now I do.
Holiday music.
I like it.
Holiday intro music. I know you like it. You know how I know you like it? Because we've already tried recording this podcast several times.
It surprised me the first time because I didn't know you did it.
That was the point of it. So, happy holidays, everyone. This is our holiday episode. So, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever I'm missing that you celebrate.
Happy celebrations.
Happy celebrations. We hope that you're happy, safe, and having a great season with your friends, family, whatever you want to do. So, thanks for joining us today. We're talking about holidays. We realized just in a conversation that we face these problems during the holidays and that we probably should have put this podcast out a little sooner. But here we are. We're learning. It's our first
season.
It's our first, it's our first go around with this thing. So I'm Todd and I'm here with my wife and business partner, Jen.
Hello.
Hi, Jen. Welcome to the Hello Hair Pro podcast. And let's just dive in. So we have a list of things that we see during the holiday season that we came up with that we think people should think about. And again, this episode will drop on the Monday before Christmas. So start to think about it for next year, I guess. But here are some things we're doing. And exactly. So I want to start with that stupid Instagram post that I keep seeing everywhere.
And then shared. And
it's just like this, I don't know. But so this post or story, or I don't even know where it came from originally, probably one of those stupid reshare pages that everyone blindly follows.
It's one of the changes that need to be made.
In the industry as a whole, not just during the holidays.
You're not proud that you're so busy that you're lying on the floor and you can't move at the end of your day.
Yeah, the post is like I'm working 14-hour days,
check on
7
your
days a
stylist.
week. Yeah, check on your stylist. I've had a half a cup of coffee and a piece of granola bar that fell on the floor that I could reach while I was in the bathroom. Like, why are we celebrating that?
Yeah, that's not how you should be working.
Well, it's not.
It's not good for anybody.
It's not good for you. It's not good for the client. I don't know why people think that makes them like look cool, maybe.
I think it's an old industry norm that being busy equals successful. I fell into it. Busy. That means that you're successful. So if you're sharing memes of how busy you are and check on your stylist, then, I mean, Instagram, social media as a whole is your whatever facade you want to be.
Right. We get that.
But it translated to, I think, being successful at one point, because I think there was a point back in the day that
if you triple booked or whatever.
Yeah, you were popular. Yeah, your sales were so busy. You were busy being busy. So I'm sure it comes from that, because I think, everybody copies everybody and history repeats itself. And
I don't know why busy being busy bugs me as much as it does, because it's other people. It's not even like I don't do it. But a lot of people run around pretending to be busy and never truly accomplishing anything at all.
Yeah.
So, all right, I want to pause for 1 second. So for the people that aren't watching us on YouTube, we have a beautiful Christmas tree in our studio today. And by studio, I mean our kitchen, because we still need to build out a studio.
It's quite festive, though.
Yeah, you should check it out. Check us out on YouTube if you're not. So anyways, that's what you're missing out on. So you could have more cheer in your life if you just watch us on YouTube.
We even have great Christmas mugs.
We do. Cheers. So if people are just too busy, I think stylists and barbers, like you, I'm not saying don't be busy. I am saying stop glorifying running yourself into the fucking ground.
Don't be a shit show.
It does nothing for you.
You need to take care of yourself.
Your family, your clients. So if you think that you're going in, and you say this a lot, if you think you're going in and that your first client and your last client at the end of a 16-hour day or 14 or 12 or whatever is getting a good service from you, you're wrong. Mm-hmm. You're not that good. No one is. I'm not being mean to anyone. It's just that's the truth. You can't work like that.
Correct. It's exhausting. So at some point,
and I'm not talking about once in a while, but if you do, I just don't get the celebration of it because it's wrong. It's backwards thinking.
It's from an old school place, in my opinion.
Can we burn that old school down?
Well, I think that's where you start to give advice for a salon today, a stylist today, an owner today that should look at the industry as a whole and protect their staff or help give great advice to the people that are around them to set boundaries and create the atmosphere they want to work in. Like, where do you want to be when you go into work, and what do you want to look like when you're leaving work? If you want to look shattered and so exhausted and you haven't eaten all day and you don't even know if you have to pee or get a drink of water, that was my life at one point. I would leave work and be like, I'm not hungry, and then I'd get home and I'm starving and I have to go to the bathroom and all these things because I couldn't even tell you what my day was like. It's not fun. It's not healthy, and it's not where things should be. And if we go back to during the holidays, people in general are just busier because there's just more things going on. There's more things to do on your to-do list. Whether you organize your time well or you do not, you probably still feel busier. So when you go to your salon visit, if you could offer them the service where it wasn't so chaotic and hectic, they might be able to get back some time in their day and feel relaxed. And that would be the salon of today, where those clients are truly feeling relaxed in your atmosphere.
Well, hold on. So this is blowing my mind. You're saying that people don't want to come into a business and have total chaos around them?
Correct. I do think there's a point where clients love to see like the buzz of a salon and
of course,
all of that stuff. I'm like, that's what's fun about it.
They also want to turn their brains off.
But they don't need to see that you have 3 clients going at one time and now you've put anxiety on them of if you forgot about them or who's shampooing them or all of that. Like, they don't need to take on those stresses. They need to come in and relax. And honestly, if you are more chill, you will find this amazing moment inside of yourself where you truly enjoy and like welcome their time and can be present in their service. That's an important one, being present in their service.
Yeah, I agree with that. So I don't do color. Everyone knows I'm a barber. I enjoy cutting hair.
Yeah.
But I know for a fact that you've had clients in the past that would come out and point at a watch or look at you and look at the clock because they think you forgot them because you're busy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And whether you forget them or not, you have to realize that if they're thinking that...
They're stressed that whole entire time.
They're stressed.
Yeah.
That's not a good experience. I don't care what you think.
And in today's world, with all of just regular life stuff, people that didn't have anxiety, they do now about other things. So anything you can do to make that not be present is really amazing for them and for you too. Agreed.
So I think it's important to point out that a big part of that too is for the stylist or the barber. Mm-hmm. You have to, like, it's why I use this example a lot, but it's why on an airplane, when they run through that checklist, they tell you to put your fucking mask on first.
You've got to take care of yourself.
Because if you pass out, you're no good to anyone else. You cannot help. The plane goes in the water. Hopefully that doesn't happen to anybody, but if the plane goes in the water and they need help moving somebody or whatever, you can't help because you're passed out or whatever.
We coach. I coach constantly in our salon about, and it might sound like the mom in me, but I did it even before I had kids. Drinking lots of water, bringing your snacks, bringing your food, like all of those things will make you a better stylist, barber, whatever. You can't run yourself without eating good food and drinking enough water.
Yeah, you go over that with your apprentice, Ava, all the time.
Yeah, it's very important.
Shout out, Ava.
We went over it again the other day because she just got hungry.
So,
and of course, your coffee and whatever else you like. You've got to prep your day.
I love coffee.
Yourself.
I'm not saying don't have coffee. I'm not saying a granola bar or a shake or whatever doesn't have its place. Not what I'm saying.
But bring
not
your
at
food
all.
So you can keep your A game going so you can fuel your body to do the best that you can do. That's what I got there.
That's perfect. Let's move on. So what are some things that people, so being too busy, putting yourself last, clients want what they want. Sometimes clients can be pushy. They forget. We're all humans, okay? And we see things through our own eyes. We don't see things through someone else's eyes. So I appreciate that a client might forget to book, even though we remind them 10,000 fucking times through the year. But whatever, that's fine. We're humans. Mm-hmm. But you can't be going all crazy out like.
So this is again
boundaries.
I coach our staff this way too because I I'm a people pleaser by nature, and it's probably part of why I've loved this industry and love it still, because I love to make people happy. That makes me feel good. But what I've gone to realize is if somebody is like, I need my hair done before Christmas and I don't have anything, my better approach than trying to squeeze them in, because there's no such thing as a squeezed appointment that is equivalent to a good appointment of what they should be getting.
Correct. I think people might need to hear that again.
So there's no such thing as a squeeze me in. It's just like, I only need a trim. It's just going to take you a few minutes. Like, no, my haircut's my haircuts.
First
my
of all,
time is my time.
don't tell me
like,
what it's going to take.
And they don't mean it. They're just, they're in their world. They're the star of their show. So what I coach to is, hey, Barb, I don't have anything before Christmas. Here's what I can do. Why don't you take this appointment I have in January and I can put you on my cancellation list? Or why don't you see somebody on my team that can serve you while I'm there? I'm there to help, whatever. And I've given them two different solutions. If they really need that before Christmas appointment, take one of my other staff. And if maybe they don't need it as much, they're going to take the January and wait for the cancellation. Like, and then I'm not overbooking myself, and then I'm burnt out and I'm blaming it on everybody else when I'm the one that said yes.
But
so that's my problem.
But hold on. What if, as a toxic owner, your client now stays with the other person?
I think that's a wonderful
Doesn't
place
that crush
to be.
your ego?
No, I love it. My clients come in, and I just had a client actually see somebody else, and she loved her. The stylist was freaking out, and my client texted me like, hey, I love you, but I really want to see Meg. Shout out to Meg. I really love the way she did my hair.
Which is great.
It's amazing. Like, my schedule is so tight. I love that. And as long as that client is staying in our salon, it's a huge success. So I reach out to Meg and I'm like, I'm so excited you're going to see so-and-so. And the next appointment she had was when I was there. I give the client a huge hug. I'm so excited to see her. I can talk to her for a few minutes and all is good. It was amazing.
So you can still be civil.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place.
Weird. Okay, so where were we now?
So clients, if they saw someone else because you're too busy, yeah, it's okay if they stay with someone else as long as they stay in the salon.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're back. We had a little clip there, so if you notice anything weird, that's why.
It happens.
It does happen. We're human beings. So there is some value in an increase in revenue during the holiday season.
Absolutely.
Right? And I think most people aren't planning adequately. Mm-hmm. We should be.
Yeah, I think most...
Because we have
right.
We have slow times. So we live in southern New Hampshire. Yeah.
I'm making money, I'm spending it.
Yeah. So we live in southern New Hampshire. So you only have so many weeks of summer. So in the summer, there are times where it could be slower because all of your clients are away for the weekend.
Yeah.
Maybe not your entire salon. So if you're an owner listening, maybe not your entire salon is, but if you're
it's week after
an
week
employee,
after week.
Correct. If you zoom in on the micro far enough, you can start to discover some things that you don't see at a macro level. So what would be some things we could do to prepare for those slow times?
Yeah. So if you are busier this time of the year, which is amazing, making more money, getting holiday tips, anything like that, whatever it is for you that's extra revenue, I think it's smart. First, one of my things is to budget for snow days. Like, a snow day may come up and you just
That's
don't even...
That's a great one.
Yeah, you don't want to go in. You're like, I don't want to travel in the snow. Most of my clients are probably going to reschedule anyway. And if you have that money saved for a snow day or a rainy day, however you want to look at it, you can happily take that day off because you saved some of your money and not have to worry about living in New England for the stress of all the snowstorms that come up, the big ones or the little ones.
And for the most part, the holidays happen before any snow days here.
Yeah.
I don't remember the last time we had a snow day. Correct. That's what I mean by a snow day.
Yeah.
We've had not even snow this year yet. I mean, it's snowed,
Minimum.
but it hasn't accumulated or stuck. So
that's a really...
some planning, some budgeting, some things. You could even, if you don't, and we're going to do a show, we have not recorded it yet, but we're going to do a show on building your network. You should talk to whoever is your bookkeeper or your CPA or whatever, or whoever you work with, and plan that stuff out. They want to help you.
Absolutely.
So what else? Where are we now?
So I don't know in there where we talked about this, but the other thing, and this goes probably more towards owners, but you're generally going to see an increase in gift certificate sales.
Yes.
Am I too far ahead? Am I okay?
No.
Okay. So
it's a holiday season.
True.
We're just having fun.
So, which is wonderful, right? People are buying gift certificates. The problem is that money's not yours to spend right now.
No, it's not yours at all.
It just like, I think all your stylists or everyone out there should save some money for their rainy day, their snow days. That gift certificate money needs to go in a separate account to save, because when they come in and they cash that gift certificate in, now it's your money. And that's a legal standpoint. I'm not going to get in. I don't need to go in all of that, but
yeah, I've actually, I've talked to a few people about it. It's one of the pieces of advice that I think was being thrown around during the pandemic.
Yes.
That just was trash advice. Mm-hmm. Everyone was like, sell gift cards and then you just have money. Yeah, that's great.
Except you're
borrowing money from the future when you now are making it so in the future you don't have money. So if you take in, for example, if anybody's not following, I'll break it down real quick. It'll take 10 seconds. Somebody purchases a gift card for $100. You spend that $100 because you need rent. That person comes in 6 months later. Your employee cuts their hair. Now you have to pay your employee out of money that you've already spent.
Yeah.
And I don't think enough people got that.
Yeah, it's one of those holiday problems because they're so excited all this money's coming in, but you've got to check your reports, whether it's daily or weekly, however you want, and make sure you're accounting for those gift cards because that money in your account is not yours to spend right now.
No, and I don't know. I'm sure it's different in every state because that's how things run. But I believe in New Hampshire, I'll have to double check this actually because I'm interested. But gift card money is supposed to go into a separate account.
Yes, I'm pretty sure you're spot on.
Or it has to be accounted for in some way. Mm-hmm. And that money that gift card, there are different statutes too, where that gift card can come back years later.
Yeah.
And you have to honor it.
Absolutely.
Again, state to state, and this is not legal advice. Check with your attorney.
Yeah, but just
definitely listen to our networking.
Yeah.
Because it's going to talk
just
about
be
all this
aware
stuff.
of that and understand whether you're a newer owner or you're independent and all that, like you have a responsibility to that money that comes in.
So
to handle it correctly.
Let's move on to a topic that's going to trigger Jen because it's the holidays and we're just going to have some fun. Retail.
Oh.
So real quick, at our salon.
Where we were last year is not where we are this year.
At our salon, we are doing away with retail. It's almost all gone.
Yeah.
There's a few things on the shelves. And we are moving strictly to affiliate links. So we will still connect our clients with the right products. We love to do that. Mm-hmm. We're just not going to stock those products for the distributors.
Right, you become.
And if you're listening, distributors, we still want to sell your products.
Yeah,
we want to sell more of them.
I want to sell the crap out of it.
We just don't.
Way.
We don't want to stock them. We don't want to store them. We're not a warehouse. We do hair.
What started this conversation for us last year was all of the holiday kits that come out, and I've owned a salon before this for like 10 years, and so we've owned Hello now like for maybe 2 Christmases. I don't even know.
I don't have a car crash on the SoundCloud, but if I did, I would have played it right there. You should do it.
I stressed out every single year about holiday, stocking enough to make sure everybody had it. Do I have enough? How are we going to pay for it? Like some companies that I had, my other salon had payment plans. Like, so you would stock up on a ton and
because there are massive buy-ins.
Yes. Right. Like, and it was such a stressful time. Like, how do we move this product? And what happened last year was, with one of the companies we had, holiday was out there buying a bunch because you also can save money by buying an extra. And then they're like, you can just stock your shelves after. Their stuff, when you broke it down, didn't have holiday images all over it. So it was, in a sense, okay for you to put it back on your shelf. Didn't look like you bought a holiday.
Except for now you're paying someone to break down boxes and stock shelves and do all that stuff.
So there's this buy-in who I less stressed. I don't care if you buy it or not because I can put it back on my shelf and sell it and cool. Except when the goddamn retail companies...
Jen, it's a holiday episode.
Fucking rebrand themselves.
There she goes.
So now I have thousands of dollars of old looking stock that you told me, because I had asked, are we looking to rebrand in the new year? Like, where are we at here? No, there's nothing. Oh, there was tons. So now I'm sitting on all this old product and I'm like, what am I supposed to do with it? Because everybody wants the new packaging because they looked way cooler. And I'm literally sitting there from that Christmas till when we switched everything around on old packaging.
Ago. Yeah.
Like,
a few months ago. Summerish time we started.
It's just aggravating. And, you know, from my standpoint, I'm like, I don't want this to keep happening. It happened many of times in my salon career of owning. And I just was like, I actually, Todd said, either find a solution or just get over it. And the solution was this affiliate link and moving in a different direction. And also I liked it because it
Get rid of retail.
It opened up the conversation. If certain brands weren't for us anymore, we could move on to ones that were. I wasn't so tied in all this overstock. Another podcast. But anyway, it does suck when you're sitting on a bunch of retail and it's not moving and it's very stressful.
I know it's another podcast, but I do want salon owners
that was a long
to understand that they are not people aren't coming to you because of your retail shelves.
No.
It's what you're taught.
Oh yeah, I thought that in the beginning. That was my brand, not hello is the brand.
From a wee stylist or a wee barber, you're taught that you need shelves and shelves of retail. That's what people are coming in for. Yeah. But I would challenge that by saying, why?
Yeah.
Do you need
just
that?
Just because it's what's always been done.
Because we're doing it and
it's fun. Like the staff loves it too. It's really cool. It's, again, when you're not double booking and you're chilling, you're spending time with your client.
Show me your phone. You pull it up, you click here.
Yeah,
it's in your cart.
And then I send a link and there you are, or go right through our website. It's great.
And the way that we do it too, if you're an owner and you're listening, is, or even if you're an independent stylist, or even if you're in a commissioned salon and you want to offer products that aren't on the shelves at your salon.
You have so many opportunities. The way of the modern world.
Reach out to these companies, get yourself an affiliate link, get set up, and then you can push product through your Instagram that you enjoy selling, if that's what you choose to do.
Agreed. Excuse me.
So let's go back to people taking care of themselves. I know we're jumping around a little bit, but time off. This is a big one. And this comes from two sides. This comes from owners who are toxic as fuck and don't understand business. I'm not trying to be rude. If anyone's listening, they're probably like, this guy's rude.
So let me give an example of that, because my salon before this, and this is where I think the toxic part comes from. It's even embarrassing to say out loud, but I'm going to say it.
Don't worry. This is only going out to the entire internet.
We had blackout dates. So I think I said this in a different podcast.
What are you, an airline?
Yeah, like a Capital One card, seriously. So
there you go.
We would say from Thanksgiving until after New Year's, you're not allowed to take time off. It's non-negotiable. You can't have it.
I quit.
I don't know why people didn't. When I look at it now, I don't know why. I do know why, because it's like how I was taught. It's how people treated me. So I just was repeating how I was treated.
It's how the people that didn't know how to run a business taught you to run a business.
Yeah. So that's the toxic part we're talking about. Is I don't see why you wouldn't, any time of the year, encourage staff who need a break, who want to spend time with their family, or whatever they want to do. It's their own personal time, to use it. I don't know why you would tell them they can't. So that's the toxic part. And then on the other side, like we have someone on vacation this week because she wanted to Christmas shop and have time to wrap all her presents, and she was so excited to save her vacation for this week. And it was so cool to like be able to like enjoy, go for it.
And by save a vacation, we're talking about a paid vacation, because at our salon, our employees have
a paid week. Paid
time off, but they also have access to unlimited time off.
Totally.
So if they didn't have a vacation that was paid, she still could have taken the week off.
But she waited because this was important to her, and
which is awesome. That's
so beautiful to be to just be where we are. It made me feel very happy for her and for us.
So on the flip side of that, all the stylists and barbers that are thinking, well, I can't afford to take a day off for that Christmas party, or my family's going away this weekend, but I'm going to be really busy, or I could be busy potentially. Rewind this podcast to where we were talking about budgeting for your year.
Yeah.
December, November, January, whatever, that sort of area brings get-togethers and gatherings that you might want to go to.
Right.
Why
so
not just plan for it?
Right. Like even that, we have people that are like, Christmas parties generally happen on a Saturday. Can I leave early? Yes. Enjoy.
Yeah, move your clients. If you're booked, move your clients.
Yeah.
I don't know
It's just where it needs to be. You need to have some freedoms like that.
So if you're a salon owner or a shop owner, don't be so stressed out. Don't be so on top of people about.
On the other side of that, if you're like, well, what if everybody asks for the same time off on the same, like, what if everybody wants to always have the time off? Well, first of all, you need to hire better because you need people like that want to work, whatever. Or once in a year you might have that happen.
That might be a different podcast.
We had a day that happened and we just closed that day. Whatever. Actually, I think one person was working. I'm like, I'm not having you work by yourself. Like, come on, let's figure this out.
No, move some clients. Yeah, don't work by yourself.
But you also, when it comes to giving your staff freedoms, you also need to make sure you're hiring the right staff that can handle those freedoms and treat them the right way.
Got it. So this rolls into this next topic.
That was an air high five.
Air high fives. Oh, to the camera. Yeah. Gotcha. So as a business owner, that's how my notes are written, but this really applies to employees, stylists, independent, whatever situation you're in. Don't neglect your business during this time.
So
and how
important.
easy is it to get sucked into behind the chair?
I'm so busy.
So busy.
Yeah, everybody around you still needs your attention.
Mm-hmm.
Like one of the things that we did, knowing coming into this busy end of the year, we coach our staff regularly. We kind of took the last quarter and spread out our coaching so that it gave us freedoms to do certain things, but so they didn't feel neglected. We just looked at the last quarter of the year and like, how can we manage our time the best? And we did it a little differently, but we set it up 3 months ago, not just in December. We're like, oh, we don't have any time.
Like, we didn't
set ourselves up per quarter.
Don't do that.
So that we'll
talk about that in a little bit.
Into the holidays and know where we sat.
Right.
So this way.
So we have at our salon
still do the stuff we wanted to do.
Monthly coaching calls that we do. We jump on a call. Sometimes they're 10 minutes. Sometimes they're half an hour. It depends on what the staff member wants to talk about or needs to talk about, and we just chat with them about whatever. So the time that we do that after the holidays will probably be more available. Mm-hmm. We'll have more options for them. Going into this, I think this is what you were saying, is we just had limited time. So, and we let everyone know ahead of time.
Well, we were protecting some of our time for stuff we wanted to
boundaries.
do.
As an owner, you still need time off as well.
Quarter for the coaching calls and get yourself in where you need to.
Exactly. So don't neglect your business. Plan ahead.
Absolutely.
This
is not the time to put on your blinders and like
just work. Just cut and color hair. No, definitely not.
Even if you're a stylist, you still need to open your eyes on like, what were your goals for the year? Where are you at? Like, you still have this year to like hit them. Whatever was your personal that was like, I want to be here. If you're independent, what were you trying to do when you opened? Like,
and if you're way off, reevaluate. Don't.
Now's the time to look at all of those things.
Now's not the time to work 100 hours.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to hit a goal.
You still got all the way up to like the 23rd, whatever you're doing. And then I love, like, we closed down for a few days and that's just it. Like, we closed down because I don't want to think about business at all. I want to be with my family and just shut down. And if our salon was still open, I couldn't do that. And then we do it on the flip side because I want to encourage our staff to take those days off too, whatever it is for them. It's important.
For show. All right. So holiday staff get together. I have that on my list.
Yeah.
Talk about it. So I'm going to be honest right now.
Yeah.
Holiday parties, not my jam. Not my thing. And that's just my personality. And I enjoy being around our team. Mm-hmm. I like the company. I like chit-chatting, catching up with everyone. For some reason, any organized form of get-together or fun that is outside of a very, very small group of people I have in my life drains me.
Totally get that. So my last salon, we used to do a holiday party on a Saturday night, and
it was too much.
I dreaded it because I'm like, in December, I only have like 3 Saturdays, and now one is taken from me in the sense of it's not a choice of the people I wanted to spend my time with on that night. I enjoy spending my time with them during the day and what have you. So anyway, moving forward, what we chose to do over the last 2 holidays, and I love it, is our holiday get together. It's just our staff, no significant others, because it's really for us to all just enjoy the year we had together. And we do it on a Friday from like 3 to 6. So if you still have plans, you can go do it. If you want to stop by and just say hello, you go right ahead. And it's
drop by, have
we
a
do
bite,
it at the salon. So
have a bite to eat, have a drink.
No obligation.
Choose,
yes.
whatever
you want to do. Snack and then head out.
And we respect your time, just like you just said. We understand people have busy lives. They have other stuff going on. So
yeah, if you were legit a 5-minute quick drive by, come in just to be like, I just want to say Merry Christmas. I'm not hurt by that. I understand. There's literally 3 weekends leading up to Christmas that you should do what you want, but we want to have an open house or something to say, hey, stop by. We'd love to.
Not really an open house. Wrong choice.
Sorry.
Course.
like a 3 to 6, come by anytime, whatever, but not
open
like
to our
staff.
Yeah.
Sorry. I could picture what I was saying there.
No, everyone could. I just am super specific. Sorry.
So, and stay the whole time. Don't stay for 5 minutes. Just, we want to appreciate you and enjoy our time with you for a few minutes if we can.
You're also, so my wife, who's next to me, so that was awkward, is a really good gift giver. And she has something for everyone, for every occasion.
Gift giving.
So
it's my jam.
It's her love language.
It is. And I'm happy to do it.
Yeah, of course.
Can't wait to give out my gifts on Friday.
So it's just something to be conscious of. Like, just, you don't, and again, if you want to throw a bash at your salon where you go out and there's limos and people are falling over each other and it turns into a weekend away, if that's what you want to do, go for it. I think that healthy boundaries are important, and
it's still a business.
It's a business, and your employees are not family.
Right.
A lot of people get that wrong.
Unless you hire your family.
Unless you hire your family, sure. And you might, but still there needs to be a strong boundary there and a separation, because you're not family.
Right.
You can be friendly, you can care for people, you can be compassionate, empathetic. You can
so many
be
things, yeah.
all the things.
Yeah.
And not related.
Yeah.
Okay. And I hope that doesn't sound cold to anyone listening, but I just think that's just smart. It's
absolutely.
Yeah. The word family in business is actually toxic, but we'll get into that in a different episode. All right. So we have in our notes here to plan out your calendar before January 1st.
Yes.
So when this episode drops, you'll only have about
it's already the new
4
year,
or 5
basically.
days till Christmas.
And now you're already in a different world.
But I want you to think about if December was stressful for you and you're listening to this, I want you to put a reminder in your phone for October.
Yeah.
Mid-October, early October.
Yeah, that was when we started our quarter end.
And set up the rest of your fucking year. Sorry.
You'll be so proud of yourself for doing it, and you will have a better end of the year. I actually already have goals for next year for when we do our quarter plan for October that I want to see. Yeah,
it makes, well, so I was going to say there's this effect that it will have, and it will
we're going to grow on that. Yeah.
It'll compound nicely into so last year that didn't go as smooth as we wanted. What did we miss?
Yeah.
And we have those conversations. Yep. So
you should already have that next quarter planned out. So then you get into the new year and you're planning that second quarter, you know?
Yes, in January we will be...
You're not planning your January, February, March. You're planning your April, May, June.
We'll be planning our heading into summer time.
For sure.
As far as
much as we can, right?
Yeah, as far as our calendars and laying out education dates, coaching calls, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's really independent to what your salon or specific to what your salon looks like in the structure and how you run your salon.
If you are a stylist or an independent stylist, you still need to have, what does that quarter look like? What do you want? If you're a stylist and your owners don't do that for you, then you can do it for yourself. Figure out where do you want to be. If you know where you want to be at the end of the year, you can count back and you can look at each quarter of what goals you need to make. That would be the same for an independent person. It's important to have goals no matter what. Whether even financial, personal, all of that. I like to have all of those things. It doesn't just have to be financial. Yes.
Episode.
That would be so fun.
I used to do that a lot with the gym. Okay, so one more topic here. So what's your resolution?
Yeah.
Let's talk about this. So I don't need to know what your resolution is specifically, and you have yours. You always do. So that's fine. But I want listeners to think about a few things. So where did you fall flat this year?
Right.
You failed somewhere. If you're telling me that you had a 2021 that was just spot on, 5 stars across the board.
You must live with unicorns and leprechauns.
Nothing affected you. You're amazing. Good for you. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong because that's not my place. You're definitely lying. So I want you to think about where you fell flat. And if it was close to perfect, good for you. But what could you have done better?
Yeah.
What lessons did you learn? That's a tough one. It's really hard to self-reflect and to look at things, to take personal responsibility for what happened.
I love that one. That's how you grow as a person. That's how you grow.
I know, but it's hard. It's difficult.
Yeah.
And then what can you do differently for next holiday season, which we just sort of touched on? It's not rocket science. You plan, you execute, you set yourself some metrics, and those will look different for everyone. Maybe you're looking
Even
at
year to year
money, or maybe you're looking at, happiness level or whatever. And that's how you measure your success. So go touch on that stuff.
So, I'll go over a few of those. I had an aha moment this year, and it still is blowing my mind that I had the moment. But anyway, so I had always looked at, if I want to learn, I'm going to go take a class, or I'm going to watch it in this day and age, a video tutorial, and then I'm going to see what clients I want to practice on when they come in. And I'm like, we're going to do something new today. It's so cool. And I might sometimes lead on that I may have done that technique before, but sometimes I had not. And I'm going to learn while they're sitting in my chair paying for their service. So this is where reflection comes in. Yeah. And recently
Because don't do that.
So I think I was just so busy being busy. I didn't look at what I could do outside of my time that was just behind the chair when I was servicing my clients, who should have been treated just like a paying client, not as my model. So having said that, what I learned is, and what I'm proud of, and what 2022 will be for me, is it is really friggin' fun to bring in my clients on a model day and be able to do everything I want to do and let them just be a model. And that has shown me this creative path that I just hadn't been on in a while, and really fun to be doing that stuff. But I just never thought like, hey, what are you doing? Come in. I want to practice the stuff on you, and you'll pay X, Y, and Z, and that will just cover the cost of what I'm doing or whatever. And I get to do kind of what I want to do, but I'll consult with you and what have you. And it has been amazing for my learning myself, for the staff learning, and really fun. And I just never thought to do it that way.
Great. Happy New Year.
Yeah.
So anything else? Do you want to touch on?
My other resolution, you want to hear what it is?
Sure.
To not ignore problems.
Okay.
Super simple.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
For sure. All right. So I'm not sharing resolutions because I didn't have any written down. I just wanted people to think about them.
I'm here for that.
Okay. So it hasn't quite been a calendar year because we just started this podcast, but definitely a very special, huge thank you to everyone that is listening. It's been great so far. I don't even know what episode this is, 16, 17. So we have a ways to go.
Yeah. Your support's amazing to us, and your feedback, it really helps us.
So again, happy holidays. Happy Christmas, happy Hanukkah, happy all the things I missed.
Happy all the holiday stuff.
Be safe, be happy. We're looking forward to 2022 and everything that it holds, all the challenges and the fun stuff.
Absolutely.
Thank you.